Hi. So the second dream was, this is May 29th, 2025. And the second dream was I know I was in a school. I didn't see my teacher, but I know I had a teacher. And it did not feel earthbound again, but I wasn't so sure. But anyway, the lesson for this particular class I was having, I knew it was something to do with biology. So this teacher, who I didn't see, it felt as if it was another being, but I didn't see them. They were teaching me about the universal intelligence of the body, which I was excited about within this dream. I don't know why, but you'll understand when I get there. So this teacher took me within a body, because they were teaching me that the body was a universe by itself. It was a universal intelligence. And I remember thinking intelligent, and I was corrected to say, no, not intelligent. It was an intelligence, because it was a complete, fully functional ecosystem. So I was within this body, observing this universe, within this body of this female. I knew it was female somehow. And she was within a thought. And let me take you through everything that I observed and what they showed me. So she was in a thought that was traumatic, right? And when I honed in on the brain showed me a visual of a waterfall. And the reason why this is interesting to me, because in my quantum healing, I had a memory of being taught of the water banks of the memory banks of the water, because in that memory I was remembering that the water holds memory of everything, every lifetime, everywhere. So it was interesting to me that within the body, the visual of the brain was also this waterfalls of memory bank. So this person was going to a traumatic memory, and what it does, the intelligence of your body, what it does is, because you're honing on to that frequency of sadness, of trauma, what it does, it taps, the water banks taps into every other memory you've ever had, also even of other lifetimes, that holds the same frequency that you're not even consciously aware of. And it brings this weight back. It brings the frequency of those memories back. And you're sad. You think you're sad about one thing, but you're sad about many other things. And this is why people say, oh my gosh, I'm depressed. I don't know why. I don't know how to get out of it. Because you're holding on, you're owning this frequency too much. And what they're saying is the intelligence of the body is, its ecosystem works so good with you. When you start to have that headache, or you start to cry, because when the person started to cry, there were these mop-like cells, or mop-like, I don't know, mop-like beings who were inside the brain, and they were shaped like a mop, like they had tentacles, and they were like feverishly trying to mop up the tears, which was kind of amusing in a sense. But it was showing that how everything goes together, works together within your universe, within your body, to keep you balanced. But because this person was holding on so much, I remember I had this thought, so why don't she let it go? And the teacher, immediately, I knew the teacher was saying to me, because many humans, which they find interesting, prefers to be identified as a victim unconsciously. Because when you hold on to be a victim, somehow it keeps you in that state. So what they're trying to tell us is, don't try to own being a victim, because what it does is keeps you on that frequency, and then all you attract is being a victim in your lifetime. And also you end up being your own abuser. That's interesting to me, because I've said that before. You end up being your own abuser, because you hold yourself back and you keep your body in imbalance and dependent on the medication to say, oh, I need this medication to help me to sleep, to help me to feel happy, because you're making your body in balance. But what they wanted to show me was, when your body starts to give you the headache and the physical ailments that comes with it, it's the cells in your body trying to nudge you to say, hey, you're going off balance now. I want you to get back in balance. You're holding on too much to the negative ego. We need you to balance now with the positive ego. We need you to give us a chance. Not just that. There were these beautiful orb-like cells within the brain and moving throughout the body that was like chanting. Oh my gosh, I can't do the chants, but it was like, millions of chants. But what I saw they were doing is, they were trying to soothe this human. They were trying to soothe this woman and bring her They were trying to soothe her with so much love, with a frequency of love, to take her out of that traumatic memory, to give her a happy memory, to kind of get her out of that. Now, what they showed me was if that doesn't work, then the universe comes in and either tries to distract you with a bird or with a squirrel or with a situation or with a car running you. Sometimes you're driving and you're in a thought and somebody bad drives you and you're like so angry, but it's the universe trying to get you back on balance, get you out of that frequency of that thought that you were, or somebody calls your name or your phone rings immediately. It's the universe now trying to get you out of that thought to bring you back to balance. Do you see how supported you are in so many ways? So anyway, they were showing me that, but not also that. So I left the brain as this person is having this thought, and they were showing me like a fine line, and there was like dark and there was like light, but it was like the ego is split in two. So you have a dark ego and you have a light ego. You always have the two. And it's not about trying to get rid of any, because it's like you can't get rid of any part of your ego, because the ego is like a mask. It's like this thing that you need to express yourself as human, as physical. So it's like, remember that we're all spirit first, and your spirit has to have this physical experience, and this ego is like the thing that allows you to live in duality. The main thing is we have to trust our universal bodies, our universal selves, to keep us in balance. So the line that was there, that was light and dark, we choose which one we want to be in, because you can flip-flop. A person who does completely bad can change and do something completely good in a split second by a choice that they make. But the main thing is to remain balanced, and our bodies, our intelligent system teaches us how to do that every day with the telltales and with the signs and with the physical ailments and the physical things that we feel. Now, it went one step further, this teacher. I think I had a thought. So what happens when we're sick? So immediately I was no longer in the brain. I was like moving down to where the heart was. Oh my gosh, the heart is so beautiful. Anyway. If our bodies really are like this, it's the most beautiful universe in the world. The Milky Way, nothing is as beautiful as inside the body, believe me. But anyway, so it showed me this. Whenever there's something that's alien within the body, it does not belong. Your ecosystem, your universe, that is this body, the cells are so intelligent that it immediately goes into overdrive and it starts to move everything that does not belong. So you have a virus, you have a sickness, and this is why it creates things in pimples, in freckles, in rashes, in lymph nodes. It works together and it hones everything together, because within this body, it was showing me where the cells were massively working, and it was like a war inside the body, right? It was like a war between them and this virus that was there, and they won, and they put everything together and they like honed it, like a spider. That's how I saw it. It was like a spider, putting the thing, that their web around the thing, and that's how they were doing it. And they did it and did it and did it, and then they all came together and they put it in one place. And what they did is they make it now physically apparable to you, so you can now see it or you can feel it. And the reason why they do it is to make you aware. Listen, we've done all we could within this universe. It's your turn now. We need your help to get this out, or we need your help. This has to go out. We're making it apparent to you so you can be aware of this pimple. Leave it alone. We've done all the work we can. That's why they say when you have a pimple, don't play around with it. Leave it, let it go on its own, because they've done all the work they need to do to get it out. Or lymph node. And the lymph node, you can feel it, tangible. Okay, there's a problem here in my body. Let me do something to get rid of it. I'm helping the ecosystem in my body, because they're now giving me a sign. Or I've got a fever. By the time you have a fever, those beautiful beings within your body already worked over time, and they're already fighting this cell. By the time your nose starts to run, those beautiful beings in your body already holded that virus, and they're already sending it out. They've showed it the exit door. That's why your nose is running. That's why your eyes are running. That's why you're coughing. So all you need to do is work cohesively and keep sending love to your body and keep supporting your body with the healthy choices, with giving yourself love, and you'll be such a healthier person if you understood this. How much the universal body supports you, because you are the master of this universe, your body. Okay, this dream, I don't know how to articulate it in human terms, but I hope you understand what I just said. I just woke up out of this dream, so forgive me if I sound as if I'm rambling about, but I've decided I'm sharing every single one of these because it won't only help me, it will help somebody else out there, and I hope these dreams excite you too. This is the second dream from Messages in Dreams. I have tons more that I have recorded, so I'll put them in. You won't see my face because I recorded them months ago, years ago, so I'll put them together and I'll share them in this medium too, because everything is happening now anyway, and it might help somebody. So see you in the next video.